Being small and low body fat, aka cut up, etc., is actually an excuse for a lot of guys. A lot of guys are genetically slimmer. It's harder for them to gain weight, etc. And they find it easier to do a bunch of cardio, lift a little bit of weights, and say, well, I'm going for an aesthetic look. No, you're not. You just don't want to put the work in to get the mass. Because to do what you're doing, you got to diet a little bit. You got to lift a little bit of weights, but not too much. You're not going to have to push yourself too far because genetics, because, oh, my mom was skinnier. Fuck all that. Eat more. You're not gaining weight because you're not eating enough. Eating is hard. You ever eat 5,000 calories a day of chicken and fucking rice? I know guys eat 8,000 calories a day. Mind you, them guys are genetically modified athletes. They're on fucking steroids and shit like that. But still, I know guys, they eat 8,000, even 10,000 calories a day and are shredded at 220 pounds. That's fucking impressive. When you're 220 with an 8-pack, everybody's impressed. When you're 150 with an 8-pack, nobody gives a fuck, bro. Like, you can get beat up by a lot of fucking women at that size. You're too small. You don't want to eat. I get it. It's uncomfortable. It's not fun to sit down and eat all this fucking food. It sounds like fun. If I say, hey, you're going to eat a bunch of pizza and you're going to eat a bunch of this, it sounds like great fun. It's not. It fucking sucks when you know you got to eat 300 grams of fucking protein a day. And then you start adding it up. You're like, damn. I feel like I drank fucking 5 shakes and ate 20 pounds of steak and I'm at 280. Still got 20 more grams of protein. Not to mention you got to get your carbohydrates in, all your other vitamins and minerals. Mass is the goal. Size is the prize. Nobody gives a fuck who won Mr. Olympia at 150 pounds. Nobody cares, bro. Nobody's asking about you. Nobody's looking for you. Nobody gives a fuck. When they say the strongest man in the world, now mind you, I'm a power lifter. Proud of my numbers. I got a 500-pound bench, and I'm proud of having a fucking 500-pound bench. But nobody cares, bro. Outside of, like, actual power lifters, like guys that are in my gym and in my weight class, I'm a world champion. Nobody cares, bro. I can teach you how to get strong, yeah. I know how to do that. I'll show you I'm fucking strong. I'm way below 1% of lifters. I'm like 0.0000 all the way down. I'm top 150 lifters in the history of fucking powerlifting in my weight class. But nobody cares. They care that Julius Maddox hit a 700-pound bench. Nobody cares when you deadlift 800 pounds. Even though if you're deadlifting 800 pounds at 200 pounds, this shit is massively impressive. To me, another powerlifter, as far as the rest of the world goes, they don't give a fuck unless you're that guy hitting 1,000-pound deadlift. Unless you're that guy that holds the absolute record. And those guys are 400 pounds. Size is the prize. Those are the guys getting the endorsements. Those are the guys getting seen. Motherfucker got on Game of Thrones, the biggest show in the fucking world, because he's a big, strong guy. Nobody's looking for you at $150 for that role, bro. It ain't, what the fuck is you gonna play, Spider-Man? Because you ain't playing Thor. You ain't playing Batman. Not walking around looking like that. Here's the thing. Stop making excuses for your genetics. Don't, and it goes the other way too. Don't be fucking 400 pounds of fucking flab and fluff and be like, oh, well, you know, I'm bulking and did it. Bro, if you're fucking 300 pounds and you're hitting a 500-pound bench, you're also doing it wrong. You're just eating to be fat. You're not eating to gain mass. You're not eating to get stronger. You're not eating to get bigger. You're just as bad as that little guy who's making an excuse and saying he just wants to be aesthetic because of he don't want to do the food. He don't want to eat all this food. He don't want to eat so much that it makes him feel like he's going to throw up, because that's what a lot of guys got to do to gain weight. I know a lot of guys who are skinny guys who have high metabolisms that are sitting here stuffing themselves until they feel sick, because that's what they have to do to make the gain. So don't make excuses. Don't say you're trying to be aesthetic. Just say you don't want to do the eating that's required. Say you don't want to lift the weights that's required. It's uncomfortable lifting heavy weights. Hurts your joints. hurts your elbows, makes your muscles tired, makes you exhausted at times. You leave the gym feeling like you got hit by a bus and you got to be back in less than 24 hours. You got to be back in 22, 21 hours, whatever. You got to be back to the gym. So this is the thing. It takes a lot of work to gain that mass, to get that strength, to get to that size. C-Bum is 230 pounds. Everybody wants to be C-Bum. Nobody wants to be built like Bruce Lee. Nobody fucking wakes up and says, I wish I was built like Bruce Lee. And if you do, you're 14 years old, or you're fucking lying to yourself.